Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, we'll be discussing the 2002 romantic comedy Maid in Manhattan, starring Jennifer Lopez, Ralph Fiennes, and a very small role by Bob Hopkins. From Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Excuse me. But this film is a stereotypical, romantic comedy, the type of romantic comedies that, people make fun of. I mean, it's such a cliche. It's another modern version of the Cinderella tale that was told so often, especially like a Pretty Woman and stuff like this. It wasn't that blatantly obvious, like it wasn't a Pretty Woman, what it was. This one, because of a case of misunderstanding, and became a Cinderella tale. It's like a different version of it. Like I said, so it's Jennifer Lopez as, stereotypical, Jenny from the block, literally. She lives in the Bronx and she works. She's a single mother, and she works in this fancy hotel on Park Avenue in New York City. It's literally on Park Avenue, folks. And one particular day, this famous, this famous politician, played with Ralph Fiennes, who was a state assemblyman. He was going to be planning to run for Senate, to be a senator in New York. And they really have Ralph Fiennes in my Senate and the two bozos that we have there now. It's a different story for another day. And he's running for the Senate. And one day he goes to the hotel, this particular hotel suite, thinking he's going to meet like this hot woman. Meanwhile, the woman turns out to be Jennifer Lopez in the woman's clothes, which is kind of crazy because the woman who ran out of the suite, and like I said, Jennifer Lopez plays a maid in this hotel, so she's cleaning up the room, and the one who's renting the suite out says to her, asks her, "Hey, can you do me a favor and drop this off at the clothing store downstairs for me?" She goes, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And give her a tip and say, "Here, give her $2. And said, can you do it for me? Just drop it off under my name and stuff." She says, "Okay, I'll do it." And the other maid, who's cleaning up the suite with her, dares her to try the clothes on. Say, "Hey, you're a size 6. You're a size 6. Try it on." And pushed her into putting it on. And so she does, and of course she's in this nice, white outfit, nice little jacket to match with the outfit. And so Ralph Fiennes comes in and sees Jennifer Lopez in this outfit, and he thinks that Jennifer Lopez is this girl. Wrong, and he hit it off with her right away, and they go to Central Park. Yes, it is Central Park, folks. I know, because I live in New York. In New York City. You know what Central Park looks like. And they actually go to the Central Park Zoo, because Jennifer Lopez, like I said, she's a single mother of a 10-year-old kid. And the 10-year-old hits it off right away with Ralph Fiennes' character, because he has a dog, and the kid likes the dog and stuff. And they go to Central Park, and they eventually go to the Central Park Zoo. Yes, it was the Central Park Zoo in that movie, for those of you who've seen it already. And when they look at the penguins, that's the actual penguin cage. For those of you who don't know, we've never been to New York City, we're watching this video. In Central Park, which is literally in the middle of New York, Manhattan, they have a small zoo. And it's very expensive to go there now. I mean, you used to remember when the first building used to go like $6 or $7 to go in. That was like $18 for an adult. Right, to go into the Central, and about like $15 for a kid to go into the Central Park Zoo now. It's very expensive now. They did our renovations, and I guess cost of running the zoo and taking care of the animals and stuff has gone up. So anyway, they go to the Penguin House, and that's the actual Penguin House in the Central Park Zoo. Because I should know, I've been there enough time. I've taken photographs in there. It's a pain in the ass to take photographs because it's so dark, and the penguins are actually behind the glass, because cold weather penguins, and they keep it artificially cold for them so they'd be all right. And so, of course, anybody's taking photographs in there, like me, you have to take the flash off, because otherwise you're going to get the reflection off the glass. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, enough of the photography lesson in this video. And so they're actually in there. And it must be, I wonder how in the hell they were out photographing there, because it's so dark and it's such a pain. You have to bring in the light, the camera lights and stuff, to film that scene. But there's the actual penguin house at Central Park Zoo, and that's really the only part of the zoo you actually do see. You don't see and there were polar bears there at the time, and you don't see the polar bears, you don't see the sea lions, you don't see the snow monkeys, you don't see any of that stuff. You just see the penguin house, and Jennifer Lopez and Ralph Fiennes and J-Lo's son in the film all walk out of the penguin house, and she walks down the hill. And what Jennifer Lopez does, she walks down the hill, and that's it. Of the stuff that's in the Central Park Zoo sequence. I was surprised because I knew there was a scene in Central Park, but I didn't expect it to be actually in the zoo, because very few people actually filmed in the zoo. There was an episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit when they were filming in the zoo, and you saw it, that's about everything. But in that, I forgot what the episode was. It was one of the episodes of that show you see in the Central Park Zoo, because it's difficult to film where the penguins are. Anyway, after the little date in the little date in the Central Park Zoo, Ralph Fiennes was looking for this girl. He was crazy about her, and who wouldn't be crazy for Jennifer Lopez? I mean, she's so hot. But he was looking for her, and of course he didn't know that Jennifer Lopez was actually a maid trying on the clothes in the hotel. Well, guess what? There was a miscommunication. He sent a message to the girl who actually in the suite, thinking it was Jennifer Lopez, and she meets with Ralph Fiennes, and he says, "Hey, baby," and plays the hit on him. And he says to the butler, he says, "Hey, this is not the girl. Where is she at?" And she's running around trying to put stuff in front of her face. So Ralph Fiennes wants to know that she was actually the maid a maid in the hotel, and not a resident there, or a guest, I should say, in the hotel. Well, eventually finds out, or the woman who rented that suite out was played by Natasha Richardson. I should mention this. Natasha Richardson plays the woman who rented out that hotel suite. Finds out that, or figures out that she was the maid, and the maid impersonated her for this before, and you think that this girl's me, I'm the actual girl, and she saw my identity and all that stuff. And Natasha Richardson made such a huge stink that Jennifer Lopez eventually gets fired from the hotel. Meanwhile, she was in the running to get to be a manager. Thank you. To be a manager job in the hotel. Well, she blew that chance, and she blew any other chance to get promotion and more money and stuff. And meanwhile, the press found out that Ralph Fiennes had the hots for Jennifer Lopez, and they did all kinds of crazy stories. They following Jennifer Lopez around. The media was following Jennifer Lopez around, and life imitating art here, or art imitating life. And the press was following Jennifer Lopez around, and she eventually, when the whole news settled down a little bit, she eventually gets another job at another hotel, which was the Roosevelt Hotel, which was an actual hotel in New York City. I've actually been in that hotel for baseball court shows when they used to have them in that hotel. Last time they had a show there, I actually got Johnny Bench's autograph. Baseball Hall of Fame with Johnny Bench's autograph in that hotel. Along with Keith Hernandez, I think got somebody else in there as well. Anyway, Ralph Fiennes found out that Jennifer Lopez was working at that hotel, so he arranged a meeting there, and then her J-Lo's son says to her, "Hey, the guy's gonna be at the hotel, why don't you go say hello? I said, come on, he knows I'm a maid. He knows that he's not gonna be interested in me because I'm a maid. And not a rich white woman. Like the woman that I was, the clothes that I was wearing, he'd be more interested in her than I am me, because I'm just a poor maid. I live in the Bronx. I don't live in a fancy schmancy area. I'm not white. I'm Hispanic. Yeah, the sob story she's telling the kid. So look, he's interested in white, beautiful, blonde, blue-eyed women. You won't be interested in me. I'm a crappy maid. What's it say? Shitty maid. I'm a crappy maid. Not going to be interested in me at all. Well, it turns out he wasn't interested in her. So what the kid does, what J-Lo's kid did, was he cuts school, goes to the hotel, asks him a question, and actually, like I said earlier, Ralph Fiennes bonded with J-Lo's kid, and they found out they see a little thing, gave him a paper clip to hold, so he won't be so nervous about giving a speech or being nervous and stuff. So because that's what I do. I hold a paper clip in my hand. Maybe you should do that. So he gives the kid a paper clip, and he's holding it, and he showed Ralph Fiennes he was holding a paper clip, where he asked him a question at a news conference that he had. So I thought it was good. I thought it was like a cute little cutesy moment, and then he found out, set up, the mother to meet with Ralph Fiennes' character. They get back together, and he finally does convince her in front of the media that he is interested in her and he loves her and stuff. So guess what? He did the whole flashback with magazines and newspapers. They end up marrying her. Jennifer Lopez's character. Jennifer Lopez does end up being a manager in a hotel she was working at, the Roosevelt Hotel, and they got married. He got like the senator, and all that stuff at the end of the film. True, this movie is so sugary sweet that you could go into a diabetic coma. But regardless of that, this movie is not, it's not bad. I mean, it's entertaining, it's cute, it is what it is. It's one of those cheesy Hollywood romantic comedies, and I wish that Jennifer Lopez would make more movies instead of doing music videos and performing and stuff, and hanging out with steroid-enhanced ex-ball players like Alex Rodriguez, because he just got engaged. And I wish you want to stop hanging around with those bozos and hang out with not so many guys who are bozos, because he's a steroid-enhanced, or Alex Rodriguez is a steroid-enhanced guy. But who knows? I know she's not going to hang out with me because I'm fat and ugly, but she shouldn't hang out with guys like Alex Rodriguez. Just saying. But that's why she's going back to more movie. I know she did a movie they didn't see yet for the second act. I'm interested in seeing that movie, and that's where she do more romantic comedies. But they became such a cliche now. It's not even funny. But Maid in Manhattan is not a bad movie, and I do recommend it, especially those who are Jennifer Lopez fans. And also kind of fun and interesting to see Ralph Fiennes do an actual romantic comedy, because he usually does dramas. Like he played the head Nazi in Schindler's List, and another movie, the Red Dragon remake, which I think came out the same year as this movie did, and he also was in the movie The Reader with Kate Winslet. So he usually does dramas, and it was kind of nice to see him do a romantic comedy, a warm and fuzzy comedy, like Maid in Manhattan is. So that's my review of Maid in Manhattan. Please click on the video, please rate it, please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video to your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and all on my YouTube channel at rowdyc.com. That's all WDY, that's C.com. The homepage of Rowdy Reviewer, Chris Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.